Hello everybody, for today's video I have the brand new for 2022 jack-o'-lantern stack Halloween inflatable. This particular inflatable is sold at the at-home store for $189. I do not know if this will be sold on yard inflatables like the other at-home exclusive colossal inflatables, so if you want this, if you don't have an at-home store near you, might be out of luck. I do not know. But yeah, obviously this is 20 feet tall. And we all heard about this inflatable a few months ago now. And I was honestly expecting this to be released in July. At some point, it never was. And the first couple weeks of August came and went. It never was released. And we started receiving news that it might not be released until late September because of shipping delays and whatnot. So really happy to see this was released in August. And you can see there, 2022 Gemmy, the item number, and the price, $189, and that is a great price for this. I was expecting that to be a little bit more than $189 just because of inflation in general. I thought it would have at least been $199, so really happy to see they kept it below $200. The box itself is really big. It's definitely the same size as, I would say, the 20-foot snowman box or the nutcracker reindeer. Basically all the 20-footers have the same size box from what I could tell, general dimensions. And as you can see here, it's taped that way again. The base fans, I believe a few were taped that way last year. When I received my 20-foot reindeer last year, it didn't include these stakes at all for some reason. So I'm really glad to see that it included the stakes and tethers in this particular inflatable from at home. And obviously this is the colossal stakes. So you have the colossal tethers, the colossal plastic stakes, the small metal stakes, and then big twisty stakes, or I guess the regular twisty stakes actually. But yeah, that's definitely the colossal stakes. So it is nice to see. Here's the regular instructions, nothing special there. And I really don't know why they call it a jack-o'-lantern stack. I think it should just be called a pumpkin stack, but I guess it really doesn't matter too much. For anyone wondering what fan this has, I will post a picture at the end of this video showing what fan it has. I believe it has a YF80, but I'll make sure of that before I post this video. So this is definitely the first Gemmy 20-foot Halloween inflatable. There's other 20-foot Halloween inflatables. For example, Airflows will have one at home this year online, a mummy. And it actually does work pretty well from what I've seen. Yeah, it's Airflows, not Gemmy. There's other companies that have 20-foot Halloween inflatables. You can see the zipper there. The stitching's really well done on this. I'm not noticing any holes. And there's the tether point there. I believe that might be for the base, actually. But yeah, I'm not noticing any holes like I did with the haunted house, for example. But let's get to the inflation part of the video. Alright, so this did take about 3 minutes to inflate. It was the first time it was inflating, so I had to manipulate it and hold it up a little bit, obviously with the tethers. Yeah, it does take a long time to inflate, just like the other 20-footers. Some of the 20-footers have YF 125s, for example. They still take a pretty significant time to inflate. I would say this takes about the same amount of time as the 20-foot snowman to inflate. So obviously this is a pumpkin stack inflatable. This isn't just one big pumpkin. There's obviously 4 pumpkins stacked on top of each other, each one with a different face and a different expression on the pumpkin's face. I'm definitely glad they did that and they didn't keep repeating the same exact face on each pumpkin. You can see they have different expressions. One's has a couple teeth, I guess you could say. One has one tooth, some don't. Now, being a base fan, this does have incandescent C7s. It doesn't have any LEDs, for anybody wondering about that. And for anybody wondering about the width from the left and to the right of the first pumpkin, it's about 6 feet wide. It's definitely a big inflatable. You definitely need a pretty big space for it. This is definitely obviously going to take up a lot of room. As you can see, it's nearly the same size, or actually it is bigger than my roof, the second story of my house there. Now there is 2 tether attachments for anybody wondering. Obviously one up top there, and it does inflate pretty well. But I honestly don't have any problem with the 80 if it does have an 80. It seems to inflate and stay airtight much better than some inflatables I have from this year, for example. You can see there the big white zipper on the back there, and obviously on the back of the inflatable there is absolutely nothing. Obviously a pumpkin doesn't have anything, so that should be expected. You can see the zipper there. I'll close that. Glad they added that zipper. It should help a lot when you're trying to inflate it. These 20-footers are really a pain to get back into their original box. It takes me about a day or two to deflate them. For some reason, it just always takes a long time to deflate the 20-footers. Yeah, you can see the other tether attachment there on this side. And at home, we'll be having a few pumpkin inflatables. For anybody wondering, they will have the 12-foot pumpkin inflatable that they had for a few years now, and some cheap fan pumpkins, for anybody wondering about that. And yeah, these tethers obviously, once again, are heavy-duty ropes, and there's a stake attachment there. I honestly don't know if I would have preferred a 20-foot tall pumpkin, just like the 12-footer, where it's just one huge pumpkin. I think that wouldn't have looked too proportionate, so I think this is the better idea than doing that. Obviously, Hamacher Schlemmer, whatever it's called, has a huge pumpkin with a kaleidoscope in it. It does look pretty cool. I definitely would like to see a 20-foot version of that from Gemmy with one of their kaleidoscopes in it. I think that would be awesome. And as you can see here, the fourth most pumpkin is definitely oblong with the stem. Obviously not as round as the other ones. You can see here just how tall it is once again. With the stem, it's definitely going over my gutter on the second-story house. So it is definitely really just massive. To me, it almost looks bigger than the 20-foot Nutcracker or the 20-foot Snowman, even though obviously they're both 20-footers. That just is my perception of it for some reason. It would have been cool if they added some of those micro lights to this on the jack-o'-lanterns' faces. I think that would have been awesome if they did that, but it definitely would have probably cost over $200 if they did that, but that's definitely something I would like to see. I just want to see a lot more 20-foot Halloween inflatables in terms of height, 20-foot tall, not long. I would like to see 20-foot tall licensed Halloween inflatables, something like Snoopy, Mickey, something like that would be awesome to see. Really anything licensed, even weird licenses like Star Wars would be cool. I just would like to see a lot more 20-foot Halloween inflatables from Gemmy in the future. And if you're not signed up for the at-home email list or whatever that's called nowadays, I believe they give you a 10% off coupon right away. I got a 10% off coupon, so if you're looking to save some money on this, they give those coupons out pretty frequently. They also do give out birthday coupons. All right, let's get to the night video. I really want to see what this looks like at night. It should look great. All right, so here's the 20-foot jack-o'-lantern pumpkin stack Halloween inflatable at night. I'm just going to call it a pumpkin stack for now on. That's what I think it should be called. Yeah, this does look really cool at night. You can see the incandescent C7s do a wonderful job in illuminating it. And from what I can tell, it has 6 incandescent C7s, and once again, they do a great job illuminating it. Just like all the other 20-footers from all the manufacturers for Halloween, the 20-foot plus non-Gemmy inflatables from various, I guess you could say, knockoff manufacturers if you only collect Gemmy inflatables. These are definitely showstoppers. Everybody who sees one of these 20-footers is definitely going to stop and take a closer look at your Halloween inflatable display, which could be a good or bad thing, depending on how you look at it, I guess. Yeah, I definitely like this inflatable a whole heck of a lot. Just looks great, in my opinion. And my camera's not picking up too well, but the topmost C7 does illuminate the stem very well. In person, you can clearly see the stem. So it is definitely nice that C7 is so close to the top there. So you can see the stem of the pumpkins. Well, one pumpkin. I do think this is one of the best Halloween inflatables that Gemmy has made for this year. I definitely think it's right up there with the Haunted House and the Light Show Trio from BJ's this year, among a few others. But yeah, I really just think this is the best generic, I guess you could say non-licensed Gemmy inflated for Halloween. The motor does a good job inflating. It inflates it pretty tightly, actually. I don't have any complaints with the motor. Once it's up, it stays upright pretty well. Once again, it's a base fan, unlike some of the airflows. For example, it has 2 cheap fans on their particular 20-footers, which is just ridiculous, in my opinion. And here's the back of the pumpkin stack inflatable at night. You can see there, once again, just plain regular old pumpkins. See here, it's a whole shot of all the pumpkins. And yeah, it's just massive inflatable. I have to use a wide angle lens on the camera, a wide angle setting, and keep walking further and further back just to pick it all up on camera. Definitely is just, once again, huge, massive inflatable in general. If you think about it, Lowe's is charging about $300 now for the 18-foot defective jack skeleton with no nose, and then Home Depot has the Colossal Oogie Boogie that's going to be sold in stores and is already being sold online. And that is, I believe, $300 also. So this is to be under $200 and 20 feet tall. Can't really ask for too much more than that. I do like once again, I like the expressions on the pumpkin faces themselves. I think it's good on Jimmy to add the different expressions on each pumpkin. See here just how tall it is, looking straight up the inflatable. All right, everyone, that about does it for today's video. I highly recommend this inflatable. I think it's the best inflatable that will be sold at home this year by far for Halloween. It's really just a great inflatable. I definitely think it's going to be resold on the scalper websites like eBay, for example, for at least double or triple the money. So if you want this, I would definitely get it now. I don't know how many of these a particular location will receive, of mine only received 7. So I do highly recommend picking it up as soon as possible. And thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.